What is up, guys and girls? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having fun, and I hope you're all getting out on the water as much as possible. We're coming at you once again from La Ventana, Mexico. We're still here, still enjoying the foiling and still learning as much as we can about all types of foiling so that we can bring it to Reckless Riders from this summer onwards and have amazing fun there as well. So we'll see you at Reckless Riders from this summer. Now, today we're going to be talking about something a lot of people ask me, which is how to get started, how to get on a smaller board. Now, when I'm saying smaller board, I'm not necessarily talking about sinkers. It does go for sinkers as well. Could be semi-sinkers. Could be any board that is small enough that your weight affects it, so it's either slightly sinking or just really unstable, right? So the ways that I'm going to show you to start are can kind of work on anything really, as long as it's not a massive board. That's what we're looking for. A massive board you just jump on and go. Now, what I have here is a 75-liter board. That's my big board, but I'm 100 kilos, so that still sinks under me, and it's quite hard to get on, especially if it's wavy, choppy weather. Now, I'm going to show you first one of the most kind of traditional ways to get on. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can, and that's the kneeling start, where you kneel forwards on the board. And this is what you'll see most people probably doing when you see them on the water with small boards. Now, I like to say that, in my opinion, this way that I'm going to show you my personal way later, but this way that I'm going to show you now, it works way better for lighter people. So big, heavy people like me, I'm not as comfortable doing that. That's why I have another way of doing it. Anyway, let's get right into it, and I'll show you this one first, and then we'll move on to my way. So the first thing you do when you want to do a kneeling start on a small board is you're going to get on from the back like a surfboard. Maybe you're already paddling out, doesn't really matter, you know, you're getting out, you get up, and you're going to kneel on your board. Now, this is the crucial part here, actually. A lot of people kind of try to rush this part, but you want to find a place where you're kneeling and the board is balanced. Now, balance doesn't mean that the board is completely flat, because you do want the nose of your board sticking up a little bit more, because you want to move. You don't want to sink that board. If you sink that board, it's going to immediately get caught in the water, and you're going to fly off, and the board's going to go behind you. So what you're looking for is a position where the nose of the board is still a little bit higher than the back, but you balance, so the board is not flying away. You can balance here just with your knees. Now, a few tips before we go on is the wing. Don't neglect it. The wing does help you a lot to stabilize. You can have it here in the water. You can be using it for stability, either like this, or I just hold the handle and push down. I sometimes keep it connected to my rail here, so if I need to bend more this side, I have a flotation device, and it keeps me nice and stable. So I get on. Now, when I kneel on the board, what I want, ideally, the position you kind of want is to have to keep your body weight, your chest and your upper weight forwards like this in order to balance the board. The reason for this is that you can very easily convert to this whenever you need to fix your weight. You can easily go back, but it's much harder to come from back to forward if you need to fix your weight in a moment of unbalance, right? So what you're looking for is that you're in this position, balancing out. And if you ever need to go back, you can whoop quickly like that and then return here. So this is your ideal position. If you look at it from the side, I look a little bit like I'm not here, I'm leaning forward. So all my upper body weight as forward as possible. Now, when I'm in this position, kneeling forwards, using the wing for balance, I'm ready to grab my wing. The wing also, I'm not using it only for balance. I can also, before even lifting it in the air, I can maneuver my board with it, right? So use it as a point in the water, an anchor point, a flotation point, to kind of twist yourself around if you need to. You can also just paddle around. I use my left hand, that is free most of the times, to do that. Now, once I'm looking in the right place here, and I have my weight forwards like this, I'm balanced, my next step is to grab the wing. But I want to grab that as fast as possible. Now, we're not rushing, but we don't want any moments of like, okay, slowly. The longer you take grabbing this wing, the harder the balance is going to be, right? It's going to make you wobbly, it's going to make you fall off. So what you're actually looking to do, what you're trying to do, is you're trying to stay close to the water, get your hand in underneath here, and then quickly go up to there. Now as you see here, I left my forward position the moment I grabbed my wing, and I brought my body upright. This is because I want to get as much space as I can from the water. I don't want to get up and touch the water and then I lose my wing or lose control. I want to get as much space as I can from the water. But also, if I grab my wing properly, which is in front of me here, right? I grab it and it starts to pull me forwards. That's going to automatically balance out that weight that I've shifted away from the front of the nose and going to bring the nose back forwards and start pulling you ahead. And then once you're in this position, it's pretty much easy sailing, right? As you're here, all you do is you go 1, 2, and you're ready to start. And that's simply how you start. So quick recap on that. We get on our board, we've either already been paddling out over waves or whatever. We get up on our knees, find the balance point where we are balancing while keeping our weight forwards. The nose is still a little bit further up than the back. Don't tip it. And then from here, we keep the wing in the water for control and stability. And when we're ready, we're going to quickly grab the wing. So we go 1, 2, power up immediately for stability, and don't worry about your weight kind of leaving the front here and coming back, because the same time the wing is going to be pulling you forward and balancing out the board. And from the knees, it's easy. 1, 2, and you're ready to fly. Okay, so that's the general way that most people do sinker or semi-sinker kind of small board start. Now my way is a little bit different. I think my way works a lot more for big guys, right? Or girls. So anyone that has a small board like me, like I said, I'm on a 75. I still sink this board enough for it to be really uncomfortable, but it's still not sinking so much that it's completely under the water, so it's getting affected by the waves. And for me to get up from this kneeling position, it's really hard to find the balance. It's really hard to get my leg up front like this without affecting the board too much. So what I like to do is, if I'm in the water and I'll be in this side holding my wing, I'll keep again the same kind of theory. I keep that wing down in the water next to the rail here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the board down as I get up, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my back knee in front of the back strap. Now the back of the board is being pushed down by my back knee, my back hand is using the wing for stability, and my front arm is pushing the nose down to stop it from popping out. Then at the same moment, the moment I'm up like this, I put my leg up and straight into the strap. Now here, I find it easy to sit low, and because I have my foot up, I have a lot more control over the volume and the flotation in the front. So if it goes to pop up too much, I just sit over my front leg, it goes down, I come back again, so I can balance it much easier. And the wing's floating in the water and I'm using it for stability, so I can have 2 hands on the wing going for the stability, right? So once I'm in this position, it's basically easy. I'm just keeping the board as flat and as controlled as possible, and then same thing, you go fast for power. So you go 1, 2, and power. Now as you saw from here, I have less of a conversion from a weird posture to back to straight up. I'm already pretty straight up, right? So I'm already pretty balanced out and ready to go, and I go 1, 2. And then once I'm here again, easy thing, my foot's already in the front strap, so I just go 1, pump, 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 and fly. Right? So let's see that again. As I said, I'm in the water. This in the water for control. I will get up, push the board down equally as much as I can. Back knee on the board, then front leg goes straight in the strap, takes the work away from my front hand, and now I can control better my weight from front to back and keep that board in balance. I can use both hands on the wing for balance, and then I go 1, 2, power. Get up, pump, and fly. For me, that's easier. I'd say it's easier for heavy people that have more of effect on their board or on smaller boards, and maybe also easier for people that are less flexible, let's say, to get from a position like this to standing without much effect on the board. So those are my 2 ways of starting. Like I said, first way, I find it helps and it works a lot, and it's a general way of doing it, and it works very well, especially for lighter people. Second way is my way, the way I like to do it, and in my opinion it helps a lot more for heavy guys and maybe less flexible people to get up on a board. I hope that helps, guys. That's my 2 ways of starting. I hope you get some good tips out of them. Maybe you want to mix and match the techniques, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like, share the video with anyone you think it might help, and if you are not subscribed already to the channel, subscribe. We have much more videos to come, and of course drop a comment with any questions you have, even just say hello, or especially to suggest future videos that you might want to see. So it's nice talking to you guys, have fun and see you on the water.